My order from the Sephora Spring Savings event is here. I am excited. It's a haul, y'all. We do these every single week here on my channel, and I'm going to show you what I bought at Sephora. I'm going to show you some indie things. I have a lot to talk about. I love talking about makeup. I'm excited. I'm going to start off by showing you what I bought at Sephora for round one. Now I say round one because I'm saving some of the things on my wish list to get in store. I want to go in store, I want to walk around, I want to look, I want Sephora to tell me what I need. You know, like I want to be there in person. So you'll definitely be seeing one more Sephora haul in next week's weekly haul video. So subscribe. You want to come back, right? Because we can talk makeup some more. Let me show you though with the things that I am repurchasing. I had to repurchase 2 concealers actually. This is the One Size Turn Up the Base concealer. I love this concealer. This concealer, I still have some left, but you know, it's getting to where you have to scrape the sides of the tube, and I can't be without this concealer because it is what I go for on days where I need coverage. I need my concealer to last all day, but I'm having a little texture under my eye, and I need my concealer to not emphasize that texture and to just make me look a little, you know, a little more put together, if you will. So I went ahead and bought this while I could get it 20% off. And the other concealer I repurchased is my Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Concealer because I love it. And I actually did use up an entire one. I think this may be like my 3rd time buying this concealer, but it's so good and I love it. And if you want to know my favorite concealers, my concealers that wear all day, maybe you should subscribe. Maybe I should subscribe because I have a video coming. Now let me show you the new things I bought. Not the repurchases, the brand new things. I have been wanting to try the new Urban Decay foundation since they teased it. I feel like that was months ago, maybe 2 months ago. This is the Face Bond waterproof foundation, up to 24-hour wear, 3% niacinamide, can't feel coverage. A lot of comments whenever I talk about a waterproof whatever, foundation, concealer, primer. It's not like you need to go jump in a swimming pool in this foundation. That's not what it is. What waterproof usually means for me is that the humidity in the environment I live in is not going to stress out the foundation. It's not going to break it apart. I live in a very humid place. Have you ever heard of super saturation where it's above 100% and not raining? Yes, that is what I deal with. So I love a waterproof claim. I love it so much. It means it's gonna last on me. And this has niacinamide. I love niacinamide, 24-hour wear. I also usually see people who's wearing the makeup for 24 hours? Babe, if you work in healthcare, especially in an ICU, an emergency department like I used to, you know, there may be some times that you leave for your 12-hour shift and it turns into a 16-hour shift, and by the time that you had put your makeup on before work, you get home, you're tired. It could be a long time. So I love that. It usually means the makeup's gonna last a long time and my oils aren't gonna break it up. So I had to buy this. This is my first time wearing it. I love on first impression, not a review. I haven't even worn it all day yet. How can I give it a review? This is stunning right now. I'm very hopeful. The claims of this, I'm very hopeful. I bought the shade 20 Medium Olive. It says self-setting, water, sweat, humidity proof, smudge transfer resistant, no powder needed, and all the people with oily skin laughed. I'm setting with powder. It's never a question. You never have to say, oh, make sure you set this with powder. Powder is happening. If I'm putting a liquid on my face, it's getting powdered. So, you know, do with that what you will. I'm never not going to powder though. So, okay, Urban Decay. Lightweight, medium buildable coverage. I would agree, medium coverage. This applicator, this is not just like a squeezy applicator. There's something different going on here. Like there's holes. I don't know what Urban Decay did here, but I kind of like this packaging. I feel like it's going to be travel friendly. It's a little different. I'm here for it. I have high hopes. Urban Decay, please don't break my heart. If you did not see, NARS is like redoing, reformulating their blushes. And I love NARS blushes so much. I have such a clear memory of saving up my money when I was a teen to buy a NARS blush, and I used it up. I loved it so much. I'm pretty sure it was the first makeup item I ever bought at Sephora. I kept reading about it in magazines because, yes, I'm old enough, pre-social media. I was reading magazines, all the magazines. What did the editor recommend? What did the makeup artist use? And it was always NARS blushes. I've loved NARS blushes for too many years, too many. I saw the reformulation and I'm like, okay, I'm curious, but I don't want to buy a shade I already have. It's not like I'm throwing out the like 10 NARS blushes that I have just because there's a new formula, but I am going to buy a shade I don't have. So this is shade, what shade are you actually? I will pop the number on the screen, but this is one of the matte blushes. And this is a peachy pink blush, warm. It's what I'm wearing today. And I really like the way this applied. It felt like a NARS blush to me. I didn't feel anything weird. I'm like really hopeful that even with whatever changes they're making, that it wasn't going to ruin their incredible formula, the lasting power, the blendability, all of that. And so far, so good. I'll definitely be wearing this to make sure that, you know, it's not fading or anything, doing anything that I don't expect a NARS blush to do. But this is pretty, and I'm like, I had to try it. So now that I've tried, I'm like, why am I going to put it back in the box? Like, who wants to keep this box? Now that I have that, and I'm like, okay, yes, it's still good from NARS. I think I'm going to buy a couple more shades because I do have a few shades on my loves list. So I think when I go in store, I'm going to see what they have because I could be persuaded to buy a red or an orange or something. I had to buy one of the Fenty highlighters, the new ones. I did see online these are limited edition, and why, I don't understand, like why these highlighters are limited edition. Like maybe the ingredients are not easy to source, I don't know. But it's the Demi Glow Light Diffusing Highlighter. I bought the shade Rich Honey. I actually did see these in store before the sale, and I'm like, I can buy it right now. I want to buy it, but I can't. I'm gonna wait till I can get 20% off. I'm like, Heather, you can wait 48 hours for this highlighter. And I did, and I pat myself on the back. I wanted to get a highlighter from Fenty that was a little deeper in tone. I ordered the new Natasha Denona highlighters, by the way. They're not here yet, so they'll be in next week's haul. Come back for that because I did order two. But I'm like, I ordered lighter shades of the Natasha Denona, and I was just feeling, I'm like, I want a deeper highlighter for summer. So I bought Rich Honey. It's this shade right here, and of course it's what I'm wearing today. Swatching these in store, I was like, that feels silky, like Rihanna. If you told me this was like a $60 highlighter, I would be like, yeah, I could see that. It's from a luxury house. It's like made in the mines of Mars or something. I don't know. Like I would get it. I would be like, yeah, I get the price point. But Fenty, like, it's silky smooth and it has this like glow. I don't know. I love the way it looks on my skin today. So also, do I need to pick up a second shade? Maybe like a lighter shade for the days when I want the different vibe, because today this is the vibe and I'm feeling it, but you know, every day is not the same vibe. So maybe I need a second one. I mean, I'm not a minimalist. Like, I love makeup. I love testing and trying new makeup. And when I find something good, I'm like, give me more, because more is more. And why not? You know, like, why not? But like, nobody can tell me anything when I'm wearing this highlighter. Like, nothing. You can't tell me anything. Like, I'm on cloud 9 in this highlighter. So that is all of round 1 of my Sephora purchase. Stay tuned for more. I do want to show you, I got a few products sent to me from Ciate. I don't have a lot of things from Ciate, so I was excited to get in the Brazilian Glow Bronzing Powder. I am curious. This is the shade Aruba Island, and let me show you. I have not used this yet. It's brand new. I am very curious how this is going to work for me and my skin tone. I haven't swatched it yet. I thought maybe we could swatch it together, especially because like it's just the beginning of spring. I mean, I've been outside a ton. It's like warm and beautiful. So I'm sure that maybe like I might even not be able to wear this until next winter, but I wanted to maybe swatch it with y'all and see. Oh, that's a very like, it's kind of like pinky in undertone, which doesn't really do the best, or maybe I should say it's not really my personal preference for my olive warm leaning skin tone, but I'll try it. I will try it. I don't know if it's going to be the bronzer shade for me. And if it doesn't work, I'll definitely pass it on to somebody I think will use it. You know, different skin tone. But this is the Dewy Blush Glossy Cheek Tint. I have tried this before, so I will pass that on. Let's see what we got. Oh, a brow. Microblade brow and dewy sticks. Let's see this highlighting balm. Yes, I actually have this and I do like this. It's like a clear balmy stick, so if you want to glow without having like a color, you can definitely do that, kind of that glass skin. I do like this from Ciate. The glossy cheek tint, not for me and my oily skin. And I tried their micro brow before, but I've never had the right shade. So I'm excited to try this. This is in the dark brown shade. And maybe this will work for us. There we go. I'm like, hold on. There's the pigment. So maybe this will work now that I have a deeper shade. I will definitely try it and see. But I don't think that bronzer is going to be my perfect shade. I don't know why YSL keeps sending me stuff, but I am super happy about it. I got 2 of the, I don't even want to say it. I'm not fancy enough. Let's try it. Touche Eclat Radiant Touch concealers. I think they're concealers. I got the shade 5 Luminous Honey and the shade 3.5 Luminous Almond. Let me know, have you tried these? I'm pumped. I have not tried these. So should we swatch it? Let's swatch shade 5. Okay, so here's the shade 5. I think that's going to be really pretty under my eye. As you can see, sometimes I like to go in with like a brightening shade, something that's a few shades lighter to kind of like wake me up. So I think that's going to be a really, really pretty shade for me. That's not super light, like not super brightening, but I think this shade 3.5 is going to be brightening. So this I will probably use on days where I don't want this brighter effect. Let's see what 3.5 looks like. Oh yeah, that is pretty. That's gonna give me a bright under eye. That is definitely gonna wake me up. I'm gonna have to try this for sure. Maybe we can like test it out together, do a testing new makeup type of thing. Let me know what you want to see, because this says it's an illuminator and corrector. It says natural glow, brighten the complexion, healthy skin effect. Okay, I am intrigued. I'm excited to be trying this. You'll have to let me know if you've tried these from YSL. I have high hopes. I have new-ish palettes from Ensley Rain. And let me explain when I say new-ish. These are both palettes that Ensley Rain has in their collection, and they have brought them back, but in their new format, new formula. So I am very excited. I have the new Flower Moon collection. Ensley Rain sent these to me. I do have an affiliated code with Ensley Rain. If you ever shop the site, you can save with code Heather. And I never tried the original Flower Moon palette. So I was planning to buy this because I love the Ensley Rain formula. And I know that they had a good formula and then they have a great formula now. So when I saw that Flower Moon was going to come back in the great formula, I'm like, this is it. This is my time. This is my time to try it. Look at this color story. Don't even play with me. Let me show you a close-up and let me show you swatches of this palette because it's just so pretty. It's full of those like special sparkly shades from Ensley Rain. No pressed glitters, nothing like that, but there are definitely different formulas in this palette with the like multi-chrome, holochrome, duochrome, sparkle shades, like all of that. Some of them more like squishy in texture, some of them more like typical eyeshadow powder feeling, not typical eyeshadow formula, but you know, like just a nice smoother feeling, just some that are more intense. Like there's lots of different shimmer formulas in here, but it is that great Ensley Rain quality that I know, love, and expect from the brand. We also have a big mirror in here, and they made it to where their pans are the square magnetic pans, so you can kind of like interchange it with your other Ensley Rain palettes if that's what you want to do. Now, I do want to show you a look that I created with this palette. Very easy. I created this for like Instagram shorts, TikToks, whatever, but I want to share it here with you too because I really did like the look. I used a really light colored base and made that yellow pop. The mattes in this palette are beautiful. They layer so well, and I just really had a good time working with this palette. And then I also want to show you this look that I'm wearing today in case you're curious. This look, I just did something super duper easy, more of like the effortless vibes, no lash, but the mattes and the shimmers are beautiful. I know Ensley Rain. I love Ensley Rain. I feel like I have a good grasp on their palettes. So I was very happy when I started playing with this one to see like, okay, yes, this is the quality of like Harvest Moon, Cold Moon, what I expect from the brand, honestly. So not a new to me brand, but it is a new to me palette, and I really like this color story. It's so pretty. I'm looking forward to using this again because I definitely want to play with it again tomorrow. Isn't that like one of the great tests for if an eyeshadow palette or a makeup product is good is when you are genuinely excited to use it again? I feel like that's always a good testament, and how I can kind of tell like what I'm vibing with, what I'm feeling is, do I want to use it again? So this is Strawberry Moon. This palette is like what made me fall head over heels with the brand, and I do have the original actually, so I wanted to show that to you like side by side. But let me first show you the new version in case you haven't seen this palette. Look, I mean, the artwork's so cute. Like I could talk about that forever, how I just want to be like living under this mushroom, under this moon, and just live here. But the color story is what just like did me in for this palette. It did me in. I'm like, are you kidding me with the pinks and the like aquas and the purple? Like, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. I love this color story. So, I mean, it swatches beautifully. Everything about it just so beautiful. This was the original. So we didn't have a mirror. You couldn't pop the pans out super easily, but beautiful. Like, if you have this palette, I'm not saying you need to run out and get the new one at all. Definitely not saying that. But I know a lot of people like to kind of rearrange their palettes. So I think it's nice that the pans are magnetic. I don't do that. I like to leave the work of art as is. But I do know that's something a lot of people were asking for. And I know a lot of people were asking for more mattes. So let me hold these up. So the new one has not only the magnetic pans in the mirror, but you can see these side by side. I can't do side by side of the Flower Moon because I don't have that original, but you can see here, this matte shade right here is new. We have this new matte shade for the blues. We have this new shade right down here for the pink, and a new like purpley pink shade thrown in. So definitely some differences. It's such a pretty color. It's such a pretty color story. Now I do have a video with this palette right here, so definitely check that out if you're looking for some inspiration. If you're looking at getting the new palette, you can definitely still copy those looks 100,000%. I just think this is so gorgeous. And of course we have those holochromes, multi-chromes, multi-dimensional, sparkly, shimmery shades that I love. Like, I just want to glow. I want to sparkle. I always say I'm like a little raccoon. Anything sparkly, shiny, I'm like, give me, give me, give me. And you know, if you're somebody who maybe you only use like traditional shimmers, swap it up. Maybe like swap it up, try something super sparkly, super shifty, multi-chrome, duochrome. Like have fun, play with your makeup. I always say, like, makeup is here not to make us look better. We already look amazing. You rolled out of bed today, you look amazing, 10 out of 10. Makeup is here for fun. Try a sparkly shade on your eyes. Who knows, you might like it. If not, you can take it off. It's no big deal. I want to do a very simple look with this palette like I did with this look today, because I'm definitely going to create intense looks, but I'm kind of feeling like I want to use this like yellowy orange shade with this shade right here. I think that will be really, really pretty. Let me hold these up together so that you can see kind of Flower Moon and Strawberry Moon together as well, because I do think like these color stories are very different. If you're like, oh, which one should I get? Don't do not ask me that. While they're both beautiful and they have the square pans, like they're not at all the same color story. So I can't say like get one over the other. Like, which tones do you like better? It's so pretty. I love Ensley Rain. I'm always excited for what they're gonna do, what they're gonna do next. Definitely not getting rid of my older version though, because why? I love my makeup. I love looking at my makeup, so I'm definitely keeping that. But I want to know, what are you excited to see? What do you want me to play with? What do you want to see videos on? What do you want to see me feature on my channel? I have high hopes for this Urban Decay foundation. Like, I truly think it is gorgeous. But I would love to hear from you. What are you excited about? Don't leave. I have tons of videos talking about new makeup. I'm still planning to go to Sephora, get some more things. So YouTube's got some videos up for you here. Stick around, hang out, talk makeup with me.